Hey guys, welcome to Mental Health Monday. Even though it's Tuesday, it's Marie Antoinette here with you live for this week's video. I have some strange light going on here, so I'm just gonna move this while we're waiting for people to come on. Wow, okay, I don't know if that's strange lighting or whatever is going on with this video. Hey Mick, if you're jumping on and you want to say hello, hey Rama, you are just like a regular Rama. And Lene, I haven't thought of you in years, my goodness. Welcome to this video. So this video is on anxiety and manifestation, and you might be thinking, what the hell has them two got to do with each other? So I'm going to be talking about what you can do, a simple method that you can use to deal with your anxiety. And I'm going to share a little bit about some of my own experiences, and also going to be bringing in some of the laws, the natural laws that govern our cosmos, our universe, and all of us human beings. A lot of people know the law of attraction, which we talk about with manifestation and different things. But there are other laws that come into play. Hey KP, good to see you on here. There are other laws that come into play, such as the law of focus as well, which I'll be mentioning. Hey Maria, good to see you on here. So there's a few people still jumping on, so I should do jokes at the beginning of this video to buy time to wait for people to jump on. Hey Joe, nice to see you on here. Give me a wave. As always, if there's any questions that you have about the content, or if you want to share your own experiences or ask any questions, please put them in the comments. I will check them out as I move along. So you guys are very prompt for this call, so I may as well get into the subject matter. For other people jumping on, they may have to go back to the beginning. Okay, so we're going to be talking about anxiety. So anxiety, what is it? Yeah, okay, it's basically a simplistic version of looking at anxiety is fear. Sometimes it can be terror. Sometimes it can arise from post-traumatic stress disorder. Sometimes it can arise from things that are happening in your life, particularly changes. So some of the common threads that I've seen with myself and others, hey Michelle, I'm not doing a joke now, Rama. Some of the common threads I've seen around anxiety, or some of the questions, or some of the things or vibrations that are going on for people are, what if I don't know what's going to happen, I don't know how this is going to happen, I don't know if this person is going to be in my life, I don't know if I'm going to get this job, I don't know. It's all about I don't know. It's all about I don't know what's going to happen. I am in fear because people naturally fear the unknown. Okay, so it's just normal for us. It's human nature for us to have a fear of the unknown because we don't know, and it can be really scary. At one point in my life, hey Sandra, at one point in my life I experienced such extreme anxiety that I couldn't leave the house. I remember getting out of the house one day and trying to put my keys in the ignition, and my hand was shaking so much that I couldn't actually get the key into the ignition. So obviously I went back inside, and that was kind of a win because I actually got out of the house that day. But what really helped me around that time, and I share it a lot with others, and not what helps me doesn't often help everybody, but I will share this with you, is a little book, and I don't have it anymore because I gave it to a client and it never came back, but it was called Dealing with It by Bev Aspett, A-I-S-B-E-T-T. I will put that in the comments for anyone who's interested later. And so what I wanted to share with you was my experience about anxiety and what I could have done with it. So what I could have done with it was pathologize myself and continually tell myself, I've got something wrong with me. I have an anxiety disorder, something seriously wrong with me. I need to deal with this. I need to medicate this. I need to do this. But I read this little book that was recommended to me, and I got better within about 4 weeks. And in that 4 weeks, I took this book everywhere with me. And what this book generally describes is that anxiety is just fear. And so what we're in when we're in anxiety is fearing the fear. And so often when we have panic attacks, I'm not sure if people watching this right now have panic attacks, but they're pretty scary. Yeah, they're like your heart's beating really fast, your palms are sweaty, you don't know if you can interact with anyone, your breathing becomes really shallow, and so it can get really, really intense. So sometimes it's important to try and understand or get to the source of the anxiety. But here is a tip around if you know, or if you're already aware that your anxiety is linked to a what if, or I don't know how, or I don't know when. So if your anxiety is linked to I don't know how kind of thing, it's actually a really good thing for you to take your power back and create a vision for what you want to happen, rather than wondering what's going to happen or how it's going to happen. For example, if you're in financial stress, or you're having relationship problems and you're not sure if you're going to continue on in that relationship, or you have a change in career, or you have a change in mindset, or you have an activation or an awakening, and all of a sudden things are different for you. You have different belief systems to people around you, and you don't know how everything's going to fall into line because your world is changing. So what you can do is either create a vision board or do a creative visualization around what you want to actually happen. You creating that in your mind. I'm going to bring in the law of focus now. So the law of focus is a spiritual law that basically is very simple. It basically says that what we focus on magnifies. If we're focusing on fear and anxiety and what if and I don't know and what's going to happen, the anxiety is going to build. If you are letting that go, and look, the opposite of fear is faith, and if you have a higher power and you have some prayers that you can do, whatever beliefs that you have, you can practice that as well. But this other technique is about creating the visualization so that you are taking your power back and deciding what's going to happen. Often people have come to me in the past with, hey Trish and Charlie, sorry if I've missed somebody. Often people have come to me, say in my psychic work, and said, what's going to happen for me? And they're very anxious about it. They've got all these things going on. And often, I think I've shared this before, but often I feel like saying, well, whatever you want to happen is going to happen because you're creating your reality all the time. And so, yep, there are definite things like fate lines and things like that, and destiny as well. However, most of the time we're creating our reality and how we feel and where we're going by our thoughts and what we're doing. So if you're in the what if, I don't know what's going to happen, decide what you want to happen and create it in your mind. So a vision board with lots of different pictures on it can help you because it's very visual. Moving pictures, if anybody here on this thread has studied NLP, you'll understand this, but moving pictures are much more powerful than still pictures. So a creative visualization, so sitting down, creating in your mind what it is that you want to occur and living it in your imagination. So what that may look like is that you're closing your eyes, you are picturing exactly what you want to happen, you are so in it that you are experiencing the feelings of that visualization. So if it's a partnership, or if it's a job, or if it's a career, or if it's different changes in your life, create what it is, spend that time, because how much time do we spend worrying? How much time do we spend in fear? How much time do we spend going, oh, I don't know, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know what's going to happen, and trying to control the situation? Now, this isn't about control at all. This is about creation. So, yes, it is like a daydream, Rama. Trish, you hurrying up Sandy. Yes, she's normally on here. Hey, Vanessa. So it is like a daydream. It's like sitting in that reality as if it's already been there. There's a couple of different background sort of underpinnings to do with this. So quantum physics, also how quantum physics comes into that is that what we create in our mind and imagination, our subconscious doesn't know if it's real or not. So if you're creating that excitement within you and that energy, or raising that vibration, you are going to bring in that reality to you because you're matching that vibration. Yeah. So it's hard to do when you're in anxiety though, and when you're in fear. So there might be some steps that you might need to take in order to get yourself to that visualization state, or get to that place where you can do that vision board and start creating that reality that you want. It might be talking to somebody and getting some support. It might be deep breathing. It might be a whole bunch of things. I'm not by any means saying that this technique may work for somebody who's severely anxious. Obviously, you would need some help to get to this stage. But if you're in that anxiety of, I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know how this is going to happen, the reality is this, when it comes to cosmic law, is that the how is actually not up to you anyway. The how is up to the universe and the cosmos, and you are co-creating that reality at all times. So when you start to do that visualization and you anchor that reality in for you through seeing it in your mind, it's almost like watching a movie, if you can get that. As I said before, if you haven't been watching, hey Jules, is that moving pictures are so much more effective than still pictures. So vision boards are great, yes, but watch the movie in your head. Watch the movie of what you want to create. If you're feeling like, what if I don't do well in this? What if you, especially if you're taking risks as well. And this video is as much for me as it is for everybody else, because I'm taking lots of risks in my life at the moment. So it's about creating what it is that you would like to see. Now, some people may be thinking, well, what if that reality doesn't come true? Well, the reality is is that you're going to come pretty close to it, and you're going to feel a lot better that you are actually focusing on what it is that you want to bring into your life. Hey, Jade, sorry I haven't been in touch. I'm so bad. We will talk soon. I've just been so busy. Jade, don't take it personally. You just have to keep messaging me and kicking my butt in order for us to have a catch up. So creating all that stuff is something that can help ease that anxiety, and having that faith. Every little bit helps. So creating the visualization, do the vision board as well. Say some prayers, ask whatever higher power that you believe in to assist you with creating that, and keep the focus. So I mentioned before the law of focus, which is a cosmic law that whatever we focus on magnifies. It's really that simple. If you want to simplify it, if you're focusing on the fear and you're focusing on what might happen because you don't know, and you're looking at all the negative possible scenarios, then you will bring those to you. If you're focusing on, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but this is what I'd like to happen, and this is what I'm going to visualize and create and focus on that, then it's more than likely going to come into your sphere of experience. Hi Jade, totally your fault as well. That's cool. We can both be at fault and kick each other's ass when we eventually do meet. Hey Colin, nice to see you on here. And Sandy's made it on. So guys, I've been kind of talking really fast and carrying on, so I'm actually going to finish this video in a moment, and I'm finishing it because I have a hot bath waiting for me. I'm just looking over at the bathroom because the bath is calling me. So I'm going to do that. I often say in these videos, I'm going to make it a short one, and I never do. Hey Sandy. Okay, cool. I actually don't want to get offline tonight. I feel like I want to stay chatting, but I will not because I have a time frame. Hey Peter, all these people are jumping on now. If you've just jumped on, you may want to go back to the beginning of the video and watch some of the content, because I am signing off. So thank you very much for watching. If you feel like this video is going to help somebody, please pass it on to them so it gets out there. And happy Mental Health Monday, even though it's Tuesday. See you guys.